Good day, ma'am, and good day, classmates. And this is our report for today, and it is about gender and family relationships. Now, gender shows an important dimension of family relationships. The nature of that focus has changed significantly, however. Early articles have tackled or highlighted gender as an independent variable, that is, as a way to explain differences between women and men in marital satisfaction, power in decision making, and so forth. So gender was viewed as an interchangeable and malleable given. It was assumed that family life was inherently different for women and men. Now, this approach was consistent with a focus on gender roles in family differential obligations. Women and men were believed in incur appropriately because of their gender and their socialization into adulthood. In other words, women and men were seen as engaging in certain behaviors and occupying specific roles because they were female or male. Gender refers to the social and cultural rules, behaviors, identities, and expectations assigned to individuals based on their perceived sex. It encompasses various characteristics like biological sex, gender identity, gender expression, and gender rules. On the other hand, family relations refer to the connection and relationships between individuals who are related by blood, marriage, adoption, or other legal or social ties. Family relations are the various relationships that exist within a family. These include those between parents and children, siblings, grandparents, and extended family members. Lastly, gender and family relationship or relations are complex issues that have far-reaching implications for individuals, families, and society as a whole.
So, what is gender relations in the family? Gender rules what it means to be a boy, a girl, or somewhere else on the gender spectrum shape all of our relationships, especially in our families. Gender rules influence how partner shares household chores, how family members communicate with one another, and how parents interact with their children. Gender rules are societal expectations and norms about how people should behave based on their perceived gender. These roles often define what it means to be a boy or a girl, and also acknowledge that some individuals may identify as non-binary or somewhere else on the gender spectrum. Gender rules influence parent-child interactions. Parents may unintentionally treat their children based differently on their gender. For instance, they might encourage boys to engage in activities traditionally associated with masculinity, such as sports, while urging girls towards activities perceived as feminine, such as playing with dolls. These expectations can limit children's opportunities for personal growth and self-expression. Gender rules shapes our relationships, especially within families. They influence how partners divide household chores, how family members communicate, and how parents interact with their children. Gender relations in the family refer to the ways in which gender rules and expectations are established, maintained, and enforced within a household. These roles and expectations can vary widely across cultures and societies, but they often reflect both broader societal norms and values surrounding gender. For example, in some cultures, men are expected to be the primary breadwinners, while women are responsible for childbearing and domestic duties. In others, gender rules may be more fluid or egalitarian. It's important to recognize that these gendered expectations are not fixed or natural, but rather socially constructed and subject to change over time.
How does family influence gender? Parents play a significant role in shaping children's understanding of gender through various means, such as role modeling and encouraging different behaviors and activities based on their child's gender. One way parents shape children's understanding of gender is by being role models. Kids learn a lot from watching their parents and how they act. For example, if a father often helps with cooking and cleaning, it shows the child that boys can do those things too, and it's not just for girls. Similarly, if a mother works outside the home and has a successful career, it teaches the child that women can be strong and independent. Family is one of the most influential factors in shaping an individual's understanding of gender rules and expectations. From a young age, children are socialized by their families to understand what this means to be male or female and what behaviors and attitude are appropriate for each gender. For example, boys may be encouraged to play with trucks and engage in rough and tumble play, where girls may be encouraged to play with dolls and engage in quieter activities. Reinforcement and modeling also play a role in shaping gender roles within families. Children observe the behaviors and attitudes of their parents and other family members and may model their own behavior based on these observations. In the context of gender roles, parents and family members often reinforce certain behaviors or attitudes that are considered appropriate for a specific gender. For example, if a boy is praised for being strong or tough while playing with toy trucks, he may be more likely to continue engaging in similar activities. On the other hand, if a girl is scolded for being too assertive or aggressive, she may learn to avoid such behaviors. Modeling, on the other hand, refers to the process of observing and imitating the behaviors of others. Children are constantly observing their parents and family members to understand how they should behave and what is expected of them. They may mimic the behaviors, attitudes, and roles they see around them. For instance, if a girl sees his mother primarily engaged in household chores and taking care of the children, she may internalize the idea that these tasks are primarily meant for females. Similarly, if a boy sees his father as the sole breadwinner and engages in traditionally masculine activities, he may model his behavior after that. Thus, reinforcement and modeling within families contribute to the shaping of gender roles. By observing the behaviors and attitude of their parents and other family members, children learn what is considered appropriate for their gender and are either rewarded or discouraged for conforming to those rules.
The role of family in addressing gender issues. Families are primary agent of gender socialization and often provide children's first sources of information and learning about gender. Children begin to understand and act out gender rules and stereotypes at an early age. From a very young age, children observe and learn from their family members such as parents, siblings, and relatives. They pay attention to how their family members dress, talk, and behave, and they begin to understand that certain behaviors and preferences are associated with being a boy or a girl. So, for example, children might notice that their fathers typically have short hair and wear pants, while their mother usually have long hair and wear dresses. This observation contributes to their understanding of gender rules and stereotypes. They might learn that boys are expected to be strong and play with trucks, while girls are expected to be nurturing and play with dolls. The role of the family in addressing gender issues is multifaceted. Families can provide education, modeling, support, and critical thinking skills to promote gender equality. By actively engaging in these efforts, families can contribute to a more equitable and inclusive society where individuals are empowered to live authentically and pursue their aspiration regardless of gender. Families can serve as a primary source of education and awareness about gender equality. Parents can engage in open and honest conversation with their children, discussing the importance of equal opportunities, respect, and fairness regardless of gender. So by providing accurate information, and dispelling misconception, families can help their children develop a more understanding of gender and challenge any biases they may encounter. Families can model gender equality through their own actions and behaviors. When parents share household responsibilities equally and treat each other with respect, they demonstrate to their children that gender rules need to be rigidly defined. So by breaking away from traditional gender norms, family can encourage their children to explore their own interests and talents, free from societal expectations. Furthermore, families can actively support and empower individuals who may be facing gender-related challenges or discrimination. Creating a safe and supportive environment at home is crucial, so allowing individuals to express themselves authentically and without fear of judgment. Parents and siblings can provide emotional support, advocate for their family members, and help them navigate any obstacles they encounter due to their gender. In addition, families can play a role in fostering critical thinking and challenging harmful stereotypes perpetrated by media and society. So, by encouraging children to question gender norms portrayed in movies, books, and advertisements, family can promote a more inclusive and diverse understanding of gender. Teaching children to recognize and challenge gender biases can help them develop a more emphatic and inclusive worldview.
Families play a crucial role in shaping and reinforcing gender roles and expectations, but they also have the power to challenge and change them. Families hold significant influence in both shaping and reinforcing gender roles and expectations, but they also possess the potential to challenge and transform them. While families traditionally transmit societal norms and expectations regarding gender, they can also serve as a platform for fostering awareness, understanding, and acceptance of diverse gender identities and expressions. By actively challenging and redefining rigid gender stereotypes within the family unit, individuals can promote more exclusive and equitable environments for future generations. Empowering families to question and transcend traditional gender norms is essential in creating a society that embraces the full spectrum of human diversity and allows individuals to freely express their authentic selves. By promoting gender equality within their own households, families can contribute to a more just and equitable society. Promoting gender equality within their own households holds significant potential for contributing to a more just and equitable society. By challenging traditional gender roles and embracing equal opportunities for all members, families become microcosms of change, nurturing values and behaviors that ripple out into the broader social fabric. When individuals within a household experience fairness and equal treatment, they are more likely to champion equality beyond their own homes, advocating for equal rights, opportunities, and representation in various spheres of society. The collective effort of numerous families committed to gender equality can transform societal norms, dismantle systemic discrimination, and foster a more inclusive and just future for all. And that's the end of our report about gender and family relations. Thank you.